Hit it now. There we go.
All right.
So we are live now.
All right.
It's been confirmed. Trekyards is going into season 20 with 2,000 episodes scheduled.
And that is the first I'm hearing about it. Who the hell confirmed that without asking me?
I did. I'm the captain.
I mean, that's not wrong, but god damn. Okay. And how, are you excited about these new 2,000 episodes?
Oh yeah, get to hang out with these fine people. So yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Who's surprised though, guys? I mean, we always get recommissioned. You know, who's surprised? Yeah, when we got that last 250 episode order, I mean, everyone was like, "Whoa!" We normally get like 50, and we go, "Oof, amazing."
At this point, we're trying to get canceled, and they just keep renewing us.
Well, isn't that South Park in a sense?
Uh-huh.
Like, Comedy Central's like, "You are not fired. Yeah, you shall not quit."
Anyway, hi guys, welcome back.
Hiya.
Hiya.
How's your last couple of days been? I've been busy.
Mine have been busy enough. Interesting for sure. So.
How's
but yeah,
the house?
Just been kind of down in the dumps today because of the gloomy day out there, and just kind of a bunch of shit that hasn't quite gone right lately. But not way off the rails. Just sort of,
Yeah, when stuff. Yeah, there's a difference between and versus it's a day, and then something like 8 hours. And like, well, that was a day. What did I do? Well, this, and this, but it doesn't feel like you've done something.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Well, let's get to these first few super chats, I guess.
Yeah.
Casual Trekker throws in. Thank you so much. Great way to start off.
Thank you. It is.
Beyond thrilled about this news, not just a confirmed second season, but a 20-episode season 1 with some breaks. Not since Enterprise have we got 20.
I mean, that's not what they announced.
I heard that.
Well, we can read that. Okay. No, well, interesting. But oh yes, so much in Quantum Leap. Yes, that was sad news. I felt that in the gut when
Dean Stockwell, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, obviously I've only seen him in a few things, but bloody iconic in the things he was in. And since I just filmed with my grandma, who's 1 year older than him, and we filmed quite a lot of stuff, I didn't know her age at all times, but that felt more like, oh yeah, well.
Yeah, sad news. Sergeant Montgomery, $2 all or nonstop Trek equals nonstop Trekyards. Awesome. It's true.
There will be no stop for us.
And Casual Trekker with another $5 who says, how can there be a thumbs down when it hasn't started yet? Wow, come on now.
Easily.
Really wish it'd say who those thumbs downs are sometimes. And Canis Arcani says it's the bots doing that. They can give thumbs up in the same way too. It's not the bots giving thumbs down. There's a few people that just don't like us. So every time we do a video, they hit thumbs down. It is what it is. I don't think the bots give thumbs down or just randomly give a thumbs up. I don't think that's how that works. But I could be wrong.
I mean, there's specialist bots, I'm sure. Anything is possible. But Stuart, I can start sharing and see
go ahead.
Where we're at. See you, man.
Go for it. Yeah. Everybody that's here, we have 33 of you, 28 likes. Hit that like button. As you see, super chats are a great way to get your comment read. We do read them all, so if you want to do that, please feel free. Other ways to help us is, joining the channel. There's a join button down there by the subscribe button. Obviously, make sure you're subscribed, but click that join button and see what you can help us out on a monthly basis with. Or head on over to Patreon/Trekyards. That's another monthly way to help us out and support the channel. Also, just clicking the links down below to like the TeePublic store, the Teespring store. Lots of cool Trekyards merch, such as this beautiful shirt, our Trekyards web series shirt. Dun, dun, dun. So if you want to grab yourself some cool merch, by all means, feel free. It'll definitely help us out, and you get yourself some cool Trekyards swag to show your support for the channel. So other than that, there's the Eaglemoss link down below, where if you click that link, it's an affiliate link. So if you click that, go and fill up your cart and use this discount code Trekyards10 on checkout. You can save yourself some money. So please consider doing that. That helps us out as well. Just make sure you click the affiliate link so they know where the traffic is coming from. So, and as always, super chats are the best way during these lives to help us out and just kind of get us excited and keep us rolling along with the discussion. Really perks us up when we get super chats and stuff. So if you can help in that way, please do. But yeah, so a little bit to talk about today. Not too much, and we're not sure how this discussion is going to go as a result, but hopefully you guys will have some input and some ideas that we can discuss. So love to hear them. By all means, like I said, super chat away is the best way. You can also join the channel. That's one of the best ways. Like I said, that subscription join button down there is amazing. You get a rank, you get some special perks as a result. You get a badge beside your name, you get your name highlighted, and it really shows us, the people that really support us and want us to keep doing this kind of thing. So yeah, we really appreciate all you guys. So if you can, please do. And he's back, but I can't hear him because he didn't click his mute thing properly. There we go.
I think it did a thing.
I don't know.
Hi, Stuart.
Hi.
And in relation to what you were doing this weekend, if I can get $5 more, I will reveal what I was doing this weekend. Or no, Monday and Tuesday. But I did this over the weekend. But I've got a picture, guys, to show. And 5 is the lowest possible. And that is like I just want to show it money, isn't it? Really?
Yeah.
That's nothing.
Anybody get a $5 super chat?
I want to see what Stuart thinks. I want to hear his thoughts. I value Stuart's opinion.
No, he does.
As much as he disagrees, and then he wouldn't even let me finish my thought before it. But you have to call out in the super chat you want to see this cool thing. So that's definitely a thing to talk about. No, and obviously I know you're sent a billion things, but was I the first one that was able to send you the news article, or did you get messages before me? Because
you were the first one.
Yes. The important stuff I can be first sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. I was kind of surprised when I read it. So.
And it's a bit. I mean, I'm sure I speak for you as well, but let me say it first, assuming we did. As soon as you hear Prodigy taking a half-season break, and then, the next show, everyone else thinks, "Oh no, a break." We're thinking, "Yes, not 2 at the same time." That's how I felt. On the inside, on the outside, everyone around me. That's how I felt. What did you think, Stuart?
I felt the exact same way. Yeah.
It's not that it's too much. Nice. It's just it sucks so much time. If you do a full day of prep, full day of filming, and a second day of filming, and a full day of review, there is literally no off days in the week. Like when you add all the other stuff on. It's really...
Yeah.
I'm thrilled. Not for the delay, but they should move Discovery. So I'm thrilled for them not to at the same time.
Yeah. Casual Trekker throws in another $5 and says, "What are you doing, Sam?"
Yes.
Or what were you doing?
Excellent. This is a world exclusive. And Stuart has seen a variant of this, but this is one of the proper post-Photoshop. And it's going to be a... Yep, that's the resolution size. Jesus Christ. Alright, where is it? Alright, so I was... Nope, that is... How do you scale a thing down? Do you just... Is there a way of doing that? Fit to screen. There we go, yeah. So, here we go. Here's the first press photo of Killian McIntosh returning as Lieutenant now, Jack Archer. He first appeared in Temporal Anomaly 8 years ago. Here's his first official promotional picture in uniform. Shaved his face for the first time in like 2 years because he likes having stubble. Was like, no. Starfleet, no stubble. You can have a distinct facial hair, but you can't do stubble. I really want to hear what you think, Stuart. Or what you guys think too.
Looks good. I don't know what else to say. I'm excited to see it for sure because I kind of liked his performance in temporal anomalies. So
yeah, he's a bit attitude, but a lovable attitude.
Just hope you teach him how to use buttons. I know I keep bringing that up and you hate me for it.
Well, although we use a tricorder a lot, I don't know if there's a right way to scan with the tricorder, but we do because it's not like it's not how you would scan normally. I mean, you see Spock, he's literally looking upside down. So there's obviously a logic to it, but logic. Mm-hmm. So he sort of did something. Although he's very good at communicators, he remembered that from temporal anomaly. I mean, there's a right way of doing it, and he did a good way. Mm-hmm. What do you guys think? And actually, I haven't even seen this pitch. Like, I did it and I moved past it. That looks almost like a professional promo picture. Like, I obviously picked one of the best ones, but it like has a real like headshot quality.
Oh yeah, for sure. Uniform looks good too.
Yeah, it was retailored for him, and he's a lot bulkier than last time. Oh, a lot less hair too, but he's got a different stance. And actually, I think he did pretty damn well, because it's been a long time. He doesn't act that much more now, because he has to just pay to live. What do you guys think? Let us. I'm interested to if anyone has some nice thoughts or not. Hey, Jarek. Yeah, but I'm pretty pleased. I was filming that from yesterday, good. And then a bit of today because I do all my close-ups because obviously you only have them for so many hours, etc. So yeah, filmed a bit of TOS Trek, which is not something I've ever really done before in my own studio space. So yeah, nice. I'm glad you approve because you're my TOS yardstick.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Very happy.
Yeah.
I can't wait, personally. I'm looking forward to all the goodness you have in store for us.
Yeah, there's a... I'll tell you, let me just Facebook you who the ship is fighting, and let's hear your live reaction.
All right.
I mean, it's no big thing. I just want to, you know.
Well, guys, so yeah, put in the if you can super chat, let us know your thoughts on the news for Prodigy taking a break and things like that. Would be awesome.
Okay, read that in your head and don't say it. And as a fan, what do you think?
Holy shit!
Well, that's not real.
No, that is real. Like, there's a number there that's like. That's going to be impressive to see, actually.
Okay,
that's cool.
Okay, yeah. We haven't seen that before.
Yeah, excited for that.
I was very keen. I didn't like the redone one. I was like, no, I want to go. If I'm doing it, I'm going the classic one, but do my own modernization. Let's do it properly. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay, cool. Right, what about today then, Stuart?
Oh, Prodigy's taking a break.
Yeah.
So let Discovery happen.
Yes.
And then coming back, I guess, after Discovery? Or
we can work that out. But
my thought is they're going to take a break, let Discovery happen, then play some more Prodigy, then let Picard happen.
Yeah.
Because Picard's coming out in February sometime.
February, right. So,
yeah. Yeah. So that's what they're going to do, and that's kind of cool. I don't know what prompted that, if they're not necessarily done all the Prodigy episodes yet, or if it's just they don't want two on at the same time. Because they know that, you know, it'll kill Trekyards and they love us. I don't know if that's what it is. But
I've said for years now, when they confirmed more shows, that it seemed odd and a bit obscene to have more than one show at the same time if the whole point is to keep people paying monthly for a streaming service.
Yeah.
If it takes you, say, 5 weeks minimum to make one episode, and you're only getting 1 week worth of income from it, well, why release two at the same time?
Yeah.
Whereas you really want to have 360, if you have 52 weeks of Trek, that's insane. That's a hell of an achievement. But, I mean, okay, jump in. I've got a side question now.
I'm looking at the calendar, and Discovery starts the 18th.
Yeah, I have the Trek article up. Yeah.
It's at, if Prodigy's coming back January 6th.
Yep.
It'll only be episode 7.
It ends. But see, this doesn't make sense. Wait, yes, it does. It ends on February 3rd.
Discovery, yeah.
No, Prodigy. Episode 10 ends on February 3rd. Restarts, like I said, on January 6th.
So it's still going to be some overlap then, because that'll only be episode 7 of Discovery on the 6th of January. which I didn't think they were doing. I thought they were breaking till Discovery was done. They're coming back, but I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go.
Yeah, so Discovery starts 28th. Was it? Or
no, Discovery starts on the 18th.
So literally, it's Prodigy and Discovery on the same day, which is not fun. And then January 6th it restarts, but it's not finished yet. Ends on February 3rd. And they're not going to put Prodigy on Picard on the same day. That seems counterintuitive because one's going to blow the other out of the water. And it might be honestly Prodigy if it's like a really good episode. Like, in terms of like, if it's, as in, season finales are amazing, right?
Well, they didn't say when Picard's starting.
No, exactly.
It just said February in the teaser trailer. So
I assume it'd be the second week of February because then if they want to get Stranger Worlds out as soon as possible, I'm sure. I said probably as and they might even. Oh god, imagine if they did a mid-season break for Picard just put Stranger Worlds out.
They're not going to do that. Stranger Worlds, I think we're going to see in the fall. I think they're going to take their time and work on that.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think they're going to go straight from Picard into Stranger Worlds because that'll be over the summer. So
no, I think they're going to need to because then you got Lower Decks coming out at the end of next year, and now this Prodigy comes out late 2022. So their next season's going to be out before the end of the year. So that's another 20 weeks. So they're going to have to release it almost back to back. And what about? Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah.
Yeah, and they are doing, from what I've read, 20 episodes of Prodigy. So if they do a break, Discovery, Prodigy, then Picard, and then go back into Prodigy, that would work.
Well, let's talk about that for a minute. So that's the first I'm hearing about that little retcon, because Trekyards says the first season of Prodigy will go a mid-season break after the season's 5th episode, and return 5 more. Following that, a second 5-episode run will return, and the 10 episodes and Paramount Plus in the second half of season 1, which means what season 1 is 20. But that was never promoted, and you don't write a 20 episode season, and have a promotional marketing saying season 2 confirmed. Well, it's not season 2 confirmed. It's season second half of season 1. So it sounds like they're retconning it as no, we planned 20 the whole time.
No. That's not what they're saying at all. They're saying that episode 1 or season 1 has 20 episodes, and they've been renewed for season 2. They're not talking about the second half of season 1. So they're going to go into production for season 2. That's what I read.
So there's 40 episodes.
Well, I don't know how many will be in season 2 yet, but you can assume so.
So why would they hide the second 10 episodes until now, and then announce season 2 as well?
Don't know.
If it's not the same 10.
Hey, gotcha.
But to me, it sounds like they're the same 10. They're just retroactively saying, yeah, season 2 is now season 1 second half.
No. That's not what they're saying.
That seems weird. That's really weird. Okay, I mean, interesting.
I've read 2 articles, and that's the vibe that I got. So, I mean, I could be wrong.
So there's 2 mid-season breaks. There's a mid-season break after 5, 6, a mid-season, a quarter-season break, a quarter-season break.
Yeah.
I mean, that's bad for a kids show, first of all, because you have 6 episodes, unless it's going to be framed like every 6 episodes there's a mini narrative, which is you can do. Hey, Enterprise did it, fine. Which I'm kind of guessing there might be now. Like if they knew they were doing 20 for season 1 with that many breaks, you'd have to have, because you can't just end on non-cliffhanger. The attention span of kids nowadays, unfortunately, waiting 2.5 months, you're losing all momentum unless you end on a really cool like Chakotay appears with a ship at the end of season 5. Boom, there's your moment. It's kind of what I'm assuming.
Mario might be right, although I doubt it. Mario says I think the second 10 was going to be season 2, and they lumped them together later.
That's what I thought it meant.
Yeah, well.
But, I mean, this Trekyards does say, in addition, streamers also announced that the Prodigy's got a formal season 2, which will extend Prodigy's journey past these first 20 episodes. At this time, Paramount Plus has not specified how many episodes will be in season 2.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they also get things wrong occasionally by, we know that.
Yeah.
So, they're taking that. Okay, and then, way back in 2019, Alex Kurtzman said that Prodigy was greenlit with beginning with a 2-season commitment, so it's possible that today's news about 20-episode length of season 1 was originally going to be 2 seasons. Because, I'd always heard they had 2 seasons. Like, I'd heard that, I guess it was from that. They'd always said, 2. You don't tend to do an animated show in 1. Like, Lower Decks was either mostly commissioned for season 2 or, like, yeah, you're getting season 2, don't worry, just keep making it.
That's good news, though. Anyway, regardless, 20 episodes.
Oh, it's good. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. The point is not, oh no, it's yay, 20.
And Casual Trucker throws in another $5. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Nickelodeon backed up the money truck to Paramount when it was being successful in those 3 episodes due to production issues for animation. I mean, I like the term "backed up the money truck."
Yeah.
Got their name on it, and yeah, absolutely.
Well, I mean, it's obviously more expensive than Lower Decks. I mean, the production quality is way up there.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming they wouldn't know what it was in the kids demographic until you release an episode because it might fail miserably. So probably, you know what they did? You know what I bet they did? I bet they had a finger on the button. Okay, so first episode comes out, right? And they're waiting to see demographics. They have in the bullpen, right, we've already paid for 2 seasons, 10 episodes each, right, which is what everyone's doing these days. But if it's a big success, we will push a button for a full season 2 and give you both as one season, because it's all one arc anyway. We planned it as 10 episodes. It's one big arc, right? But it did so well for Nickelodeon, which, well, Paramount Plus, Nickelodeon hasn't had it yet, that they pressed the button. Now they're getting a second season, because they already had that. If they already had everything bought and paid for two full 10s, then they think, oh yeah, do another season. That probably makes more sense. The viewing figures backed up, yeah, done. And then it makes them sound really clever to be able to say, oh no, it was 1 season the whole time. Yeah. Which makes them sound impressive because no one's doing that right now for that sort of Star Trek vibe.
Could be, but I mean, it's as Matt says, Prodigy launched the highest ratings for an animated series on Paramount Plus.
Yeah,
well, it's not hard to do. Paramount Plus has only been around for like 3 minutes.
And how many animated shows were new? Like, have been new. It might be the only new animated show, and certainly the only new,
Yeah.
God. Learning some
well,
stuff.
We're 1 like away from 50 likes, guys. Hit that like button.
Yeah.
I want to get it to 75 at least. With 50-60 here, it should be doable because people are coming in and out all the time. If you're new here, just joining us, hit that like button. Yeah. Keep the super chats coming. Casual Truckers like blowing everybody out of the water today, so thank you so much.
Yeah, we do rely on that stuff. So yeah, okay. I mean, that's exciting though, because that means they haven't made the second half of season 1 yet, because which means they can now retroactively complete it, knowing they've got another season, which means they don't have to finish certain arcs. Like, they wouldn't have necessarily recorded audio for that yet. Well, they probably haven't. So that's great. It means they can now sort of say, we don't have this quick ending, we can keep it going. But then how can they have, 30 episodes? Where's the story going to go? Are these kids just going to go around planets each week? Surely it's implying a deeper story.
I mean, it seems like Janeway wants to get them to Federation space. That's the goal there. And the rest of the crew does as well. And Dal just doesn't want any part of that. He just wants to go explore and do his own thing. So the other thing that comes into it, of course, is Captain Chakotay and his crew. Like, where's that play into it? So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. I can't imagine what kind of story arcs they're going for with the show. Like, I have no idea. Well, unless this new drive is something that takes some vast distances and they get, they're all over the place trying to get home or whatever. Well, I don't know.
I was about to say, you just said Janeway wants to get them to the Alpha Quadrant. Well, that's between 10, 20, and 30 years away. You know what I mean? Like, even at the edge of the Delta Quadrant, it's going to be more than a few years. Otherwise, it literally is on the border. I mean, even a year away, I'd say it's on the border, For the vastness of the Delta Quadrant. So how even saying that either implies the speed is there, or they're so close it's to the point where you could just cross it very easily. The context of how far is very, very important. And why would she set a course that's a 12-year journey? Like, then there'll be 30. There'll be very different people in 12 years. I mean, what are the food resources, etc. I know it's a kids show and they're not there yet with the storyline, but that tells me something grand. Or maybe it's designed to go through wormholes or go through go through around stars and use gravity to travel. Whatever it can do might cut that journey into months. But in a very specific way, which certainly is the vibe we get. Though, wouldn't that be interesting if it uses sun's gravity to travel?
Time travelers. Oh.
Well, not directly, but
yeah, I mean, we still have to find out about this mysterious drive. I'm sure there's going to be.
Well, because Protostar, there's star in the name, implies a lot of power. So Because okay, now I've sort of done this for a fan film vaguely, but what if it's able to harness the gravitational power of a star, and rather than going back in time, just use the temporal field to like change temporal inertia, and so it's traveling at a different speed to the rest of the galaxy. So rather than traveling in time, it's just traveling at 5 seconds for every half second. So it's traveling 5 times it would normally, and that only lasts the amount of time you have to use lots of stars. But it's a freaking absurd maneuver, but cool.
Well, there's that quote in Voyager where Harry Kim's like that it's a Type 6 protostar, and they can create a wormhole with it. So I think Protostar implies there might be some kind of wormhole creation with this new drive. Would be a good call, but
okay, doubling down, because it's such a star-based name, right? It's a great name. What if it can use, which is similar to a Voyager actually, where the Ferengi used they went to a star, used a little beam, created a tunnel that could send information directly, and so we're going to get the dead Voyager crew through. What if certain stars are connected for a galactic reason, and so it can piggyback, but like between like similar functioning stars. So it can't get them all the way home, but it can jump ship, leapfrog, 10,000 light years, 5,000 light years, 3,000. But each time you got to literally go through a star. So it is a wormhole. It's folding space, but it's dangerous each time. But that would be cool. And not God tech, because it's a risk each time, and you've got to find the right star. And what if the star's like 6 months away from your target? Well, then do you risk going there and then find another star? Like, you got to keep, you got to go left 5 miles to be able to go right 2 miles. How's that sound?
Yeah, cool. But I don't think they're going to rely on the need a star to power it thing. I don't know. I think it's going to be the center thing is going to be like a wormhole generator, which I don't know if they can necessarily pick and choose where they're going. Maybe they can hit a vague area, but that might be one of the issues to make it not God tech.
But a wormhole is like the ultimate thing. Like it really isn't
true, but only if you know where it's going. If you're like you said, years off the mark, it's still in the vicinity, so it'd be helpful enough.
Oh yeah.
But it wouldn't be something you could pinpoint accurate.
So you're saying this show goes to the Gamma Quadrant, Beta Quadrant, Gamma Quadrant sure. Again, Andromeda for some reason. Oh my God, it's a Protheus! No, what is it called?
Protostar.
No, the. Well, I was thinking First Federation, but I guess it's not another quadrant, is it? Another galaxy.
Oh, the Viserius.
Viserius, yeah. That'd be fun. Bump into them. Okay, so what you think it finds a wormhole potential, like, because obviously one stable wormhole in the universe or in the galaxy, plenty of unstable wormholes, but you wouldn't trust it in an unstable wormhole. But if it can generate a wormhole, or does it like pull the strings of the universe? A wormhole is a multi-connective tissue, right? It's 2 points that are connected. Not necessarily.
Yes, but not through anything that's accessible. It's folding space, essentially, like to the point of making the little tunnel.
But isn't that also just the transwarp conduit network? Because it also just makes the tunnel between 2 points that's basically instantaneous.
But it's a long tunnel you have to travel through. Wormholes are like, you go through, you're there. Boom, instant.
Well, no, you say that, but the Bajoran wormhole can take minutes.
Well, yes, but minutes. It's the same length of travel each time.
Yeah. I mean, Voyager took minutes to get to the Delta Quadrant from Transwarp Hub.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's the best one they had. It's not. I mean, 10 minutes or 5 minutes is not too much of a difference.
I want your thoughts on this, guys.
Yeah.
Casual Trekker, though, $5. If there are very few time jumps in the show's 30 episodes, could be 6 months, not 3 years, as a season typically is. Yeah. I don't think there will be time jumping. That would just be silly. So hopefully they keep that under wraps.
Well, and also, there's no reason to think season 2 would be 20 episodes. You don't tend to have different length seasons. So if season 1's 20, unless they're cancelling it after 2.5, it should be 20 again. Just saying. So,
it could be 13 or something as well. A lot of times,
well,
if you look at some of the shows like Transformers and stuff, like the first season was like 24 episodes, the next one was like 21 or whatever. Like they always fluctuate a little bit depending. So.
Oh, okay. News to me.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm just excited to hear that we're having not having a break, but we're not going to be doing double duty. So I like the idea of them doing it, playing Discovery all the way through, restarting for a few episodes. Although I'm getting used to Prodigy and I don't want to have to wait, and then starting with Picard. And once Picard's over, finish the run out, and then roll straight into Strange New Worlds.
Strange New Worlds, yeah.
And then right into Lower Decks. Just keep going. Non-stop Trek all year round.
Insanity, Stuart. Is there sanity? Yes, it's got an insanity.
Yeah.
Well, it also takes away, not necessarily actively, but you can't be as excited about both at the same time. You know, for example, they announced Russell T Davies returned to Doctor Who, and it sucked all the air out of the room for Jodie Whittaker's last 9 episodes because everyone's thinking, what's his thing going to be like? Mm-hmm. Because we just don't, as a fan base, just don't connect with Jodie's era for many reasons. And it's now we're already past it, and it hasn't even come out yet, right? So if you're thinking, oh, Discovery's in 3 weeks, then Prodigy suddenly becomes less meaningful, and that's not a good thing for all their effort. It would be nice to have at least 1 week in between, like with Lower Decks. That would be ideal, just to give everyone like a 1 week cleanse. Although, yeah, by your logic, by your dates, they'll each have 2 on one day twice, which is weird.
Well, we'll see. I'm not sure if that's exactly how it's going to go, but the Doctor says, yeah, we petitioned Paramount to leave a break and not overlap the shows just for you guys. Oh, thanks, man.
Well, you got it once, and I took that 1 week and I used it, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And James Butler says exactly. Sam knows it's Omega 13. Foley knows it's Omega 13. It's a wasted video.
Oh.
I just don't know where they're going to go with the show season arc-wise. Like, I could see a season or 2 and then lead straight into like I said, a Starfleet Academy series with these people as the class, the ones with experience in the class that take some other kids under their wings, maybe, actually going to the Academy. Well, I can't see where this 20 episodes is going to go. I was expecting 10, and I'm like, okay, they're moving at a pretty good pace for 10, I guess. But is the bad guy going to stick around? Is the Diviner going to be around for all 20 episodes, or is he going to be like a mid-season, or at least season 1 villain and then be done with? Or is he going to be sticking around? Like, I honestly have no clue where this could go. I'm confused.
Oh, we haven't started the story yet.
It's true, actually, yeah. We just started it. He just left to go after them, so there you go.
Yeah, because we have no idea how far he's going to go. He went a long way, but it's different when you can mine in your own back garden for something versus having to traipse around the universe, where your mine in your garden might get ruined by someone else. Very, very different, etc. No, it's and is he an interesting enough villain? I honestly think he's slightly defined, or a lot defined actually, by the race he is and how interesting that reveal is going to be. Because then he has his grander arc. You know, like the robot guy, he's a hench guy, right? He's not that interesting. He's a hench guy. Good, cool. But this alien race, the new one, having mental powers, having changeling blood, weapons, alpha quadrant links, whatever, the daughter being connected. That's all really interesting stuff if it's given a good payoff. But knowing you've got 20 episodes, and then knowing you might have another 20.
Well, I mean, if they do what we propose, where perhaps he's from the Kelvin universe and his race...
Oh, yeah, we said that, didn't we?
Yeah, it doesn't exist there, but exists here, or vice versa. That could really open up a lot of good story potential.
Well, actually, maybe you just stumbled something else. What if the Protostar is a universe-hopping ship? And because universes travel in different rates, you can hop to the Kelvin universe where, as we know, distance is not the same because you can travel to Kronos in 3 days. And I'm not making a joke of that. We know we can. So if you hop to the Kelvin universe and then back, you make a journey on one universe and hop back, then distance becomes massively reduced. I mean, we know that time is different in the mirror to Prime, at least for that part of the timeline, because in TNG it matters. Oh yeah, how does that make sense? TNG matches right up. Huh. Oh, no. They made Interphasic Rift. That's what it was. Interphasic Rift.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, that doesn't help that then. But yeah, universe is a different place. Why would all the universe be in the same exact positioning? You know? Especially as events, like, if our universe was the only one that had the nexus with Soren, that changed gravity of certain systems. Well, that would then change gravity of other systems. So our universe will be different to the mirror, because Soren never did that in the mirror. And so after millions of years or thousands, that would surely change the rate at which universes move. You know.
Perhaps. I'm just wondering if they're going to tie it in with, like, what was on Discovery, where they did link in with the Kelvin universe with the TNG time traveler guy, and how, like, those are drifting further and further apart. So there's no mirror universe crossovers. But I don't know. I think that might be an interesting
universe hopping. Things. Yeah. And then maybe the alien race got trapped. Like, he had a ship, he was looking at it, got lost in one, like, pulled in one of the wakes, and the ship then vanished, and then because it obviously appeared inside of a thing, right? So it and that would make sense. Maybe it went between universes, and there wasn't that rock in our universe. Oops. Or it is in our universe, I should say. It isn't in our universe. I mean, it's cool and it's very fun because you can have alternate universes to play in.
Ooh. I was thinking. I mean, he says it's his ship. We see no signs of another crew being present. Be interested if he actually stole it from, like, the Kelvin universe, and something went terribly wrong, and he either had to leave the ship as it came out of whatever it was. You know, in this universe, that's why he didn't know where the ship was, but he knew roughly where it was. So that might be interesting too, because we don't see any sign of any crew being on there. It seems like a brand new off the factory floor ship. So
there's no personal belongings in the captain's room, and there would be.
Yeah.
Or the living room space.
James Butler says, "Oh, the Star Trek Coda books are doing a great job of tying up the alternate universes." I haven't been reading any of those. Probably get on that.
Well, I feel like I need to, read the rest.
Yeah. Tez and Gary, we were just talking about that. What happened to the crew of their possessions? It was completely empty.
No crew. 100% no crew.
Yeah.
Doesn't fit. It doesn't fit. Which I find more interesting, honestly. Because until I'm proved wrong, I definitely 100% it's gonna be, test bed that was never meant to be in full production, lost before it was even launched. In the abstract of it, was never, like, actually sent. It was oh god, gone. Shit. Oops.
Squadricore says he doesn't think it'll be that complicated. Probably not.
Well, kids show, but yes, I don't know. But they're slave children, so they aren't exactly kid friendly either.
And you say kids show, but I mean, like I said many times, Beast Wars and Beast Machines were a kids show, and that got pretty dark in a few spots and confusing as well, because they go through a wormhole to get back to Cybertron, and that's the end of Beast Wars. Also, Beast Machines starts. Everybody looks different. Cybertron's like, there's no life on Cybertron anymore.
That was, though, 90s kids show, where they were a bit more, if they want, different mentality. But yes, absolutely, they were a bit more able to speak to children, possibly.
Yeah. Maybe they'll find a crate in the captain's ready room and there'll be some random orb in there. Well, yeah, sure. Rob says, what if the mining asteroid is actually a result of the ship exiting its third nacelle drive, the other realm bled into the real space and hardened into chimerium? Yeah, that's what I kind of speculated as well. Yeah. That's why there were so many crystals around the ship, and that's why he was mining there looking for the ship, because it's the only reason those crystals would be there. Makes perfect sense.
Well, it's chicken and the egg. The fact that, the hint is clearly there. It's so rare, you barely see any in every scene up to it, and now they're in the biggest cave ever, and they say you can literally buy the entire place with it. So that is what they've been searching for, the amount of ore. That's not a coincidence. It might not be caused by the engine drive, although that's freaking cool, It also makes they can just make unlimited money in a sense, which is like, oh, okay, wow. Or well, Delta Quadrant money, or it's that, or is a homing beacon in a sense, or maybe the autopilot, FTL'd it into that cave because that will hide its drive. Maybe it kind of nullifies the drive residual radiation. So what better place? Because it's not a coincidence. What better place to hide than in a material that hides the signals? Because these kids can't read this tech. They don't know what they're sending off. They don't know the stuff.
Along those lines, though, what if the ship homed in there because that's what the drive needs?
Yeah.
So it found the nearest source.
Yeah.
And so it's still got some on board, but once they use it, they realize that they need more, so they have to go back.
Yes.
Would open up a lot of possibilities because we got to rescue the Cation. No, we don't. But anyway, everybody's all concerned about that.
I mean, there must be a reason why Zero was carrying an arm full of this crystal after they found the ship. It's like, why are you pulling crystal into the ship?
On the ship, yeah. Exactly.
Like, that was a very abstract thing. That's great. And we've had that scene before where they have to go back to ground level to do something. And that'd be kind of sweet if... I mean, we know they're going to save the cat at some point. That's obviously set up. Fine, great, whatever. But to end up there because you need the power source. And then to have that moment where the what's his name? Diviner says, where are they now? They've gone back to asteroid name. What? Cheeky feckers. Wrong show. No, that's good. That's so leads in there. Oh, that's great.
Yeah. Well, Casual Trekker puts another $5.
Boom.
And says, if the Protostar is from the Kelvin timeline, how does that work for hologram Janeway? Well, if it's from the future of the Kelvin timeline, there probably is a Janeway in the Kelvin universe as well. But
it doesn't work necessarily. But if Kelvin had a TNG uniform, and did they swap it for a Voyager com badge, or was it Voyager into TNG, or was it TNG into Voyager? Because they made that change. I can't remember which way around it was.
It was a Voyager one, I believe.
And they changed it to TNG. Yes, because we had said that would have been fun if it was the other, because it would have been more time travel-y. Because they did change the combat around. Because we said that was interesting. Why would the Kelvin then be TNG? Well, because parallel development. So they could have Voyager and Voyager costume, not a big deal. That's why I explained it from com badge. And she's still the same woman. The Federation logic still happened. NX-01 Discovery, I guess they still happen in that universe. That's a bit of a... Although, boy, maybe Discovery Season 5 should go into the Kelvin US Discovery timeline.
Yeah.
What does Michael Burnham Kelvin look like? That's, what's the Kelvin-sized Discovery look like? God damn it. That would be a...
And Dan Ben says the original Ben 10 was had some complicated storylines, and that was for kids. Yeah, I mean, kids, they don't shy away from complicated storylines for kids shows at all. So
I mean, I'm not sure if Last Airbender counted as a kids show. Just because the main character was young, but that was like dark and elevated. That was big, but that was a different sort of show.
Squadricor says if the ship was from the JJ verse, then the Connie and the Federation holograms would be the JJ prize. I mean, you're not wrong, I guess, but
well, we did see a Connie in the Marcus's room, so maybe that's a reference to that. Plus, it'd be a bit of a giveaway if the Kelvin prize was in that lineup.
Yeah.
Well, that's not right. Why is that? Why has the Enterprise D got pointy nacelles? Yeah. Well, the Stanleys. No, she wouldn't. But she didn't say. And I was in the Delta Quadrant for 7 years. The Janeway hologram just said, "I'm one of the most famous captains in Starfleet."
One of the most decorated captains in Starfleet.
She didn't mention anything about being lost. You can be famous. I mean, she was very talented, clearly, and she was very new to being captain. So give her a few years, let her be a captain. I'm sure she'll be famous either way.
Yeah. PB Seymour says Prime is first contact creates NX-01 timeline till Old Lady Janeway creates Janeway home early timeline where Spock fights Nero creates Kelvin timeline and finally Discovery is created from fungus. Damn.
I mean, Kelvin is only from post Voyager changes. Because if Janeway hadn't changed, the future it wouldn't have been the otherwise.
That's true.
Oi.
Huh. Save the cat, save the universe.
Cheerleader first. Cheerleader first. No, it's. I mean, it's all good news, isn't it? I mean, this show's got off to a good start. Already felt like it stalled a little bit with episode 3, but that's not a problem. Picard did the same thing, and Discovery did the same thing a little bit as well. So that's not a problem by any means. Let it. And I mean,
we got to think too now. If there is 20 episodes,
yes,
here, there's going to be some filler episodes, I'm sure.
Well, why filler though? Just less important. This last one wasn't filler. It was character and ship establishment.
Oh, it's very much character and ship. Yes, absolutely. But I'm just saying, with 10, they need to be a little bit more laser focused. With 20, they can kind of get wish washy every once in a while. Just saying.
Yeah. Well, also, I think, I mean, you are right in a sense, but also it is still a kids show, so I can imagine any filler episode will be more a case of, as in not actually filler, but a case of here is a one character doing one thing that's totally irrelevant to the story, and the main baddie doing something big. So for us, it's like, well, that didn't progress the story, but for a kid, it's like, yeah, Dahl went to planet XYV4 and found the Tropov monster of Alk 3. And that's all good, that's not filler to a kid, that's an epic adventure. And we're like, yes, but it didn't progress the main story. So the idea of filler is now a different concept when it comes to, kids show. But it's just a ride is in itself worth it.
Yeah, I wish we'd stop referring to it as a kids show, though. We should take that out of our thought process and just lock it onto Trek, I think. That's my personal thought. And yes, there would be an EMH on the ship. Don't see why not. It's Thomas.
Well, unless it wasn't installed because it wasn't designed to be crewed.
It's coming out on Tuesday. The ship disappeared on Monday.
Or weapons.
Yeah, and Rob Adler says, anyone less weirded out just how automated this weapon systems are? They did say, well, I mean, I'm sure all tactical systems have auto targeting. And maybe it's just currently set on that, just because I don't know.
I would assume everything was set on auto on the ship, and then but they press buttons to override it. I mean, they didn't ask the shields to be at 80% or 100%. They just shields on, default 100 because that's what auto says. But I'm sure Janeway isn't going to say please target manually with systems you can't control. You have 4 seconds. Yeah, auto. You can turn that off.
I'm just wondering what the auto tractor factor is.
9.
10? Oh, okay. 9. Gotcha.
Well, no, it's 9.975 for 12 hours.
Ah, yes. This is a thing.
See, most people wouldn't get that. That's a very specific reference. Dear me.
Well, trust me, in our script writing and stuff, we've said many things like that, so. Yeah.
And Carlos, yes, 20 episodes, not cheap. No. But they're the only pandemic-safe content they can make. The only lockdown content they can make that's safe. The only cheaper than live-action content they can make that's safe. And in the filler months in between the big shows, they can design this stuff. So it's super. And now the setup process is the most expensive part, right? Now it's going to be cheaper and cheaper to make, relatively. Yeah, cool.
Rooting for the diviner currently.
Oh.
I don't like the guy, so that's the point. You're not supposed to like him. Job done.
He is successfully ominous, though. He does do a good armor style. Good, he's doing a good job, I think, for what he needs to do, as you say.
Yeah, I really like Dreadlock. I'll learn more about that character. He's cool. General Grievous.
Every time you say Dreadlock, I think the BSG game, Deadlock. Literally, which is not the. I don't think Grievous. I think Deadlock, and it's like that's. Why am I thinking that?
Yeah.
Why?
Could we be looking at another Dauntless-like scenario given the Diviner's hate for the Federation?
Oh.
You mean he created the ship?
No, someone, not him. Oh. Someone. I mean,
no. No was my thought.
I mean, let's be fair. The ship looks as weird as the Dauntless, just in a different way to a normal Federation ship. Like, if you put these back to Voyager, you'd say, oh, there's a Dauntless and this. Both look Federation, but different, right? In different ways, but they both don't look. And he was able to change his LCAR's layout, plug and play USB LCARs. I mean, I don't think that, but that would certainly be a hell of a reveal. It's another trick ship. It's weird, but I wonder if the actor's still alive, the Dauntless. He's back! He's the villain.
I think he is.
I think he is too. I don't know why it would be, but... What's his name? Arcturus?
Arcturus, yeah. Or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, with an A for sure.
Yeah. Ray Wise. Oh no.
What?
Arcturus. Same actor who plays the Diviner, I think. Is that right? No.
No, it's not.
Oh, they look similar. I think the same. Yeah, you're right. But similarly character actor. Damn it! That would have been a hell of a reveal, Stuart. It's Arcturus back. But boy, that'd be a guy to get back. He's done a billion things, that man.
Carlos said, well, if the figure we saw online is correct, making the show is much cheaper than Discovery by far. It literally costs 1/5 of the Discovery's one episode.
There's over...
Oh, did we see a figure for these shows?
I haven't.
I haven't either.
But...
let us know. But of course it is. I mean... yeah. Massively, yes. Discovery was the most expensive shows ever made at the time it was made.
Well, you got to rent the warehouse space. You got to build the sets. You got to pay all the production crew. You got to pay the actors. You got to worry about security. You got to storage. Like, there's a lot of costs, more costs involved with a live action show than an animated one, honestly. So
yeah, you got to play the gaffer to hold the lights. In Lower Deck and Prodigy, the CGI artist holds the light, sets the camera, sets the graphics, sets the smoke, sets the exactly. Render button. Yeah. Neat.
Siddig will be returning to Star Trek. There's not a chance. Bashir will not return to Trek.
That's a lot of confidence.
Why not?
There.
Why not? Phoebe Seymour, we need to get a security guard for Detmer, and a personal chef, and a limo driver, and a hairstylist, and she's a diva.
I'll be seeing her again this weekend.
Please.
Do you want me to say hi?
Captain Foley hates you.
Shall I
dislikes her.
Shall I get you to do a little message? Hello, yes. Emily Coots. Here is a video. I brought some Bluetooth speakers to hold up in a high quality. Goodness.
Hey, you're doing the convention thing on the weekend, and we're doing our. It's called instead of London Comic Con this year. This is like a Christmas. They're getting all the vendors that normally go to London Comic Con together to do like a Christmas marketplace thing. So it's kind of like a mini con. So I'll be there with the captain's chair this weekend. So we're both doing something convention like related. So.
Cute.
Yeah.
Cute.
Can't remember what it was called now. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, I've run out of things to say. I'm happy that they're doing the break and won't be doing double duty. I kind of like that. But it kind of puts Prodigy in that realm of, oh, the big kids are playing now. You guys got to shush and be quiet, which I don't like. Because.
Yeah, no, that's a really interesting way of saying it. I mean, to be fair though, that is the big kid that started this revival. So if anyone's going to be bulldozed by a show, you know. And then in a similar way, if Patrick says, I want to come out in January. But Patrick, with 3 other shows, January. Well, Patrick Stewart said it. And Argos. Argos in season 2. He wants Argos in every episode. He's ATV, he wants Argos. Well, CGI stunt double, but Argos. God damn it. Yeah. But what if it is going to be literally 5 episode, 6 episode pockets, you know, a mini arc? Would that be?
That's cool.
Yeah.
Like little mini series. I would be totally on board for that. I just don't want to be cliffhung for like, it sounds really dirty. I don't want to have a cliffhanger for like the whole run of Discovery and then pick up again and then get excited and get back into it and then like, oh shit, Picard's on now. Hit the brakes.
Yeah. Well, what's even worse than a cliffhanger, if it just sort of ends on it was never meant to end here. Pause. It's like, oh. See you in 3 months, I guess. But yeah, well, I don't know. Because how many hours are they going to be? It's 40 minutes plus 5 25s. So that's almost 2 hours. Movie length and whatever. And then the last batch is, I guess, 4.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if they have it planned that way to have mini arcs, that's cool. They haven't said this one's exclusively episodic, and that's weird considering if it is the case, I think they would market that because they're saying that for Strange New Worlds to have that episodic feel back. They haven't said that about Prodigy that I've heard anyway. So that makes me think that there will be an arcing story. And I don't know. I think Prodigy is more suited to episodic, honestly, especially considering the target demographic, I guess. But
although, I mean, you say that, but it's been not episodic so far. It's been 100% serialized. I
know, that's what I mean. This is the perfect format for an episodic show, though, with the kids show thing, right?
Yeah.
But. And Colin says, I don't know if it has been mentioned, but Doug Drexler and Nakuda's return to Star Trek is now official. Yes, we've known that for a long time, and yes, it's been.
I mean, Doug made it official like 9 months ago, and the Akudas worked on Discovery Lower Deck Season 2, and they said that like 6 months ago. So this ain't news.
Yeah.
And technically, they were hired on Discovery Season 1 for about a week, but you know. And Doctor says maybe they're trying to catch up production. Now that is also possible, but it's unlikely in the sense that they already had Discovery ready to go. So that clearly it's like you say, they want to, okay, you guys do this. But for them, for their forced, you know, pause, that means they get 6 more weeks to, we know how hard it is to keep with a weekly schedule. Obviously, they've got many more wheels turning, and so suddenly, boom, here you go. You got to make 6. No, you got to make 10. But if you can't, you got to make 6, and then we'll give you 6 weeks to catch up. Or that's there you go. You know, I'm assuming they probably finished them not that long ago because they're still, you know, the high end stuff. Like, they're certainly not a low end show.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and with this sort of show, would you want to be done a month early when you could polish it another month? When you know, or I could up the render settings of the smoke by extra 20%. I've got a month. Like, why not make the smoke nicer and possibly get an Emmy? You know, why be done early when you can, you know, all these rendering things, you can always up the render settings a bit more. You know, add more smoke, whatever. Yeah. But good for them.
Well, guys, 74 likes, 67 people here. I mean, I think we're going to 80 likes probably.
Yeah, help us get 80 and 14 more bucks, and we'll be unhappy, but at least something.
Yeah, last super chat slot's now by Casual Trekker. Looking at the board, Casual Trekker has like all the super chats except for one. Sergeant Montgomery had one, so if anybody wants that last super chat slot, now's a good time. Hopefully we'll have more topics to talk about as Prodigy rolls on. We got more stuff to discuss, but
but I think we made some interesting little discoveries here.
Hopefully. Casual Trekker puts another $5. Are you guys doing a predictive video on Disco's upcoming season with picks and the titles for the first 4 episodes being released?
Yeah, maybe. That could be fun.
Possibly. We have until the 18th to do that. So yeah, we'll probably do that in the lead up to it. Yeah.
Yeah, that could be good. And Colin,
I was surprised they released the first 4 episode titles.
Yeah, kind of cool. I didn't click on them yet because I'd wait and see between prediction. You can glean a lot from that, like Unification Part 4. Ho! Yeah. Although also, Colin says I saw the Eaglemoss Cerritos. Nice, but I'll wait for the standard size release. Well, I don't know if there will be.
I don't think there will be.
I think the XL is where they make their more money because the profit margins are much better relative.
I think the regular size ones have kind of trailed off, and they're going to focus on the bigger ones now.
Yeah, I think XL is only in marketing, and they say that for the technical sizing, but I wouldn't expect a small one. Maybe a collector's edition in gold, like the other gold ones, but I wouldn't expect a small one. I think get that. You know, I mean, they did the Les Arena in small and XL, but they were very close to the same size, and most people said not worth it. Just don't get both. There's no point. Just get one, and just the price isn't worth the bigger one. Just get the normal size one because it's fine. Is what I was hearing from people. I guess I haven't got either. Oops.
Squadron Course snipes in with $1
Boom.
For that last super chat slot, and honestly, another $8 would be awesome to finish us out here because I've kind of run out of things to say. We're at the hour mark, but yeah. SWTX Chaser throws in $10 with no comment, so that is amazing. Thank you so much.
Well, that is a comment. That is a real comment, though.
That's a
comment and support.
Not a comment.
There we go. Yeah. But then 2 more likes. 1 more like. Oh, there we go. 50%
and
there
Matt
already.
Boardman snipes in with $5, double work course snipe. So,
well,
thank you, Matt.
Vroom, chat for you.
Yep. Yeah. Casual Trekker, $1 if he wants that last super chat slot. So
well, I will say
Squadron Course, $1.
$1 mount up. Well, I will say I had to do some research last night briefly on the Intrepid engineering room, and I've never you never look at it in detail until you want to build it in 3D. And I went to multiple episodes. I literally went through all of season 5, 6, and 7, every episode skimming to the engineering scenes to find new angles. And there's a lot of lights in that set. Like, there's actually it's not as big as you think, but I now know every corner of it.
It's good though.
Yeah, it's interesting. I've never looked that deep because why the hell would I? It's like when we built the Discovery Bridge for Mark Lawrence's donated fan film that we're doing. It's like, fuck's sake. I don't want to think about this set as much, but I had to. Now I know it really well. Yes.
Colin Barrett says, I got the XL and standard Discovery. There's very little difference in size, but big difference in price. I thought the exact same thing with the Orville from Eaglemoss. I've got the XL and the regular, the standard, and they're pretty much exactly the same.
I would disagree. I say the XL is the only one worth getting because the small is too small.
Well, a lot of people have limited space, though, so I kind of like the idea of the smaller ones for people like that, but...
the shell's brilliant because it's the right size, but it's just... For that one, there's so much detail that could be there and doesn't come across in the small one. I know what you mean, but like as a display piece, the small one's just too small. Yeah. But I think they were hedging their bets, just like you say, do a small one. I think people maybe didn't respond to that as well, so they're not doing more standards and XLs, because if you can make a third more money on the XL... and we can't get stuff from China as easily, so we're going to prioritize 5,000 smalls or 1,000 bigs and make less money to produce them in theory.
Problem is, though, it's kind of a bad marketing idea because the XLs, sure, you make more money for each sale, but the smaller ones just sell more quantity-wise because I think a lot more people are open to spending less.
Well, that's the problem now, that they get too expensive. Like that's a whole different side question. But then if you see the two and say, well, why bother buying the small? The big is much better. You know?
But a lot of people will want the XL and the regular. So it almost makes sense to have both lines.
But like I say, when you've got scarcity of product now from China, it's like, well, pick one or the other. And I guess there's also a sense of scarcity, because if you make 5,000 smalls, only 2,000 bigs, saying limited stock available, that adds if they all get sold out, boom, you've now produced or whatever. If you get 5,000 small, you only sell 3,000. Now you've got warehouse space being used. The rush is now over because that's the scarcity drives up price. It drives up second round. I don't know.
Sergeant Montgomery, $1.
Yeah.
Boom. Paramount Plus announced that Star Trek Prodigy will return with a 10-episode second season, which will premiere sometime next year.
Well, they also announced Prodigy's first season of 10 episodes is coming this year, so let's not trust that until we see it, because if it's 2 seasons of 20, or 2 seasons, 1 season 20, then they're obviously wrong the first time.
Sergeant Montgomery, I buy XL because I get 10% off using Trekyards.
Oh!
Trekyards 10, yeah.
And I'll be honest,
Casual.
I did get the XL, well, the standard XL Daedalus to Stargate, and I wouldn't have got the small. Like, I want that at the full detail level, because all the small deals are going to come out, so I wouldn't even buy the standard line. Now, maybe, yes, for 19th ship down the line, I said, okay, small. But then things like Pearl Jumpers look freaking incredible at that scale, of the XL, so...
Casual Trekker puts in $5.
Kicking butt. That's what he's doing.
Of all 13 movies and the shows, what is the most in-universe irritating thing you guys have for the franchise? And the best, besides Disco Shuttles?
And that's what my brain went straight to, you cheeky fecker. That's frustrating.
Most in-universe irritating... So this would be a top 10 list discussion, I think.
Yeah.
Oof. Yeah, Discovery Shuttles are definitely there.
It's one of the worst. Because it's so conscious. They're doing it on purpose. On purpose. Picard had a huge budget and they couldn't be bothered to make new shuttles. Except the time they did, and they didn't use them. It's just, they couldn't be bothered. It was very strange. Obviously, they didn't run out of time. They should have done shuttles earlier in the production schedule. Hire one more artist. You've got the money. It's not bothered. They didn't plan well enough to make them in time, and that was their fault.
Yet they had the shuttles for the Mars colony, which were perfect.
But they were
one of those.
Well, they were post reshoot though. Ooh.
Yeah, but have one of those flying around that would have been fine.
Yeah, just go back into episode 2 and replace the shuttles from Starfleet Command. Yeah, Mars shuttles, fine, do it, fine. Just change those colours to blue. Now they're Starfleet shuttles. Fine, yeah, whatever. God, yeah, what would it be? Oh, you know what? Honestly, yeah, the Klingon Bird of Prey and Discovery, that abomination. That's a very high... What were they doing?
Just the Klingons for me. There you go.
That would be a big one, yeah.
And more specifically, the double stream peeing. They don't have 2 decks. Sorry to break it to you guys. Anyway. As for best thing, I don't know. I couldn't even...
The ship designs. Trek does it real well. I mean, come on. Yeah. The iconic shapes and styles, it's amazing. It really is. There's no other franchise like it. I mean, how many shows have that many ships? Babylon 5 has a lot, but not that many. Star Wars, but they do 95 TIE Fighter designs. They recycle the same concept, which is fine, but it's not quite as fun. Stargate a lot, but limited still. I mean, how many other franchises have ships? I'm sure the Expanse has a few.
Matt Boardman. Well, I know why they didn't. I blame one person for that choice. LOL. Sam knows who.
The Great Choir in the Sky. No. Don't blame him for anything. No, he's a good guy. Oh yeah, Colin says turbo lifts. Oh god, can you imagine if the first episode of Discovery Season 4, Stuart? Turbolift ride. The president turbolifts through Discovery, and they're having a 4-minute conversation in the turbolift, and they're still going. And they start saying, Deck 3! And they're on Deck 2, and it took literally a 4-minute conversation. It's like, are you? But it turns out it was on president mode, which means it just goes around in a loop. Because if she wants to talk, when she stops talking, it arrives.
Yep, it rides as long as the conversation's as long as the ride. Yeah.
Actually, wouldn't that be a really fun thing, though? In TOS, they click to turn it on. Wouldn't it be fun if it keeps going until you click it off? So, you have to manually, get a sense of... if you're not done with your conversation. That'd be kind of fun.
It'd be awful. The turbolift system would have to be moving turbolifts out of the way for this one turbolift that's doing this circuit around. You're on the right deck, so we're just going to keep you going this way.
Yeah. Oh, come on, 2 more likes then. Come on. Round us up, guys. Round us up.
Yeah, 2 more likes to get to 90 would be awesome. So.
But I'm excited for Discovery Season 4. They've earned genuine excitement from Season 3. They've actually earned that. I mean, I know you think the same, but yeah. Genuine.
Although, Yeah, from what I've seen and heard, I'm not super stoked about season 4. Honestly, like I have a feeling we might be let down a bit. So,
I mean, the trailer looked, yeah, but all the trailers have been a bit deceiving and a bit weird and a bit, you know.
Squadron cores. Beaming from Earth to Kronos, watching Vulcan be destroyed from a moon that doesn't.
It doesn't have.
It wasn't a moon. It was a planet that was on the far.
What's it called?
It was a desert planet in TOS.
It was the first desert planet in TOS. It was the first planet in TOS,
yeah.
As in formal TOS.
Yeah. Disco Klingons, killer space orchids, and cut and paste fleets. Yeah. We should pick like one worst thing from every series in every movie. That might be interesting.
If we do, oh god, you have to include like, that'd be fun. Or if we did like, if we included, because to make it a top 10, if you had to like, we set out that okay, we're including TOS, Enterprise, TNG, Voyager, DS9, Prodigy, Discovery, Star Trek, Enterprise, TOS movie era, TNG movie era. You could have 10. There'll be one thing that bugs us. That'd be good. Well, I probably would disinclude Prodigy because it's too new, unless we do that after the run. That'd be good actually. So yeah, write that
down. State it again.
Oh yes, do
an easy, simple format.
Yeah, like you said. Worst, weirdest thing of each show / movie era. The thing that sort of gets us. And then we order that in 10. So you could be Discovery's number 1. I could be Picard's number 1. TNG era, you know.
Perfect.
Like someone might say, you know, Generations lighting is his worst thing of, you know. Or you could say, you know, Worf's new chair. And that's your favorite thing of the, you know, TNG movies. You know. That'd be good. That'd be a fun one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sweet. And we got 92. Fantastic.
All right, guys, we're going to let you go a little bit early tonight, and we'll see you tomorrow probably for live.
But excited for this project, as we always are. But
yes.
Chakotay.
Yes, hopefully. Must see him soon.
Give us Akuchimoya.
Let's see, let's see
him. Great Koala, Akuchimoya.
Let's see him before Discovery starts.
Yes.
Before they take a break. That'd be great.
Yes.
All right, guys. Until next time, he's Commander Cockney.
He's Captain Foley.